Well, here we go, chat. It's time. We've moved on. Pyramid Head's done. I still need to make the video, but the streaming, the playing is done. I'm still working on the video. I have the outline done. I just gotta make the script and record it and edit it. Make a thumbnail. I have a lot of things to do. But today we start Skull Merchant. Now, before we start Skull Merchant, I do want to do one thing after I send this out. Hi, Darth. Okay. Okay, so before we start, I wanted to do one thing real quick. So I asked earlier on the YouTube posts for some hot takes on Mr. Pyramid Head and Silent Hill in general. I just thought it would be fun as like a last little video before the 100-hour video, something I could put out quick. So, hi Gibbous. There's no goblets for you. So, we're gonna read some of those. I did read some of these a little bit beforehand, but this is mostly me immediately getting to them. I'm going to do them by... Do I do it top, I guess? We'll do it by top first. Alright, links. Pyramid Head should have a dash because of the pyramid. It could be called the Geometry Dash. Other names include the Rusty Run and the Razor Wire Waltz. What happened to the Pyramid Strike? What happened to that option? No, I don't. I genuinely don't think Pyramid Head should have a dash. I know this is kind of a joke one, but like I don't think he should have a dash. There's another one in here that's going to bring something else up similar to this. I think we need to be careful about homogenizing killers. Like, genuinely. I think it is a problem we're going to run into a lot more as the game keeps going, and we've kind of hit that precipice a little bit, especially with more recent killers. But not every killer needs a dash, not every killer needs a teleport, not every killer needs an anti-loop. I feel like every killer should try to find a way to be unique in their own way, with maybe some overlap here and there, you know. But no, I don't think he needs a dash. In current DBD, cages should activate killer perks, but still not survivor perks. Make it only activate them if it's a unique hook or something, but it really limits his build potential and feels more like you're shooting yourself in the foot, cutting stuff like pop and pain res in your builds for a faster hook that can spawn pretty close to other survivors. So the thing with this is I do agree to an extent. The thing is... So there's a few issues with this. One, if you only make it unique hooks, okay, that could be one thing. Two, if it's like scourge hooks, like pain res, is it just the first cage that activates it? Is it any cage that activates it? Do you pick? On top of that, as far as like going to the other survivors, this depends on you, and it's supposed to be a decision you make. I've said this before. If you're on the other side of the map, the survivor has ran you to the other side of the map, and you cage somebody, it's going to send them as far away from you as possible, which, if the survivor's smart, is as far away as possible from their teammates. That's why they're spawning right on top of them. As far as his build diversity goes, it does to an extent, but again, he does have things he can run. My suggestion for this is not that I don't think his base kit should do this. I do, however, think one of his add-ons could be changed to do something like this. Or, better yet, they could make it so his add-ons, which I know they've been updated, so they're probably not going to get updated again, his add-ons could have effects that normal hook perks have. He could have a Pop Goes the Weasel add-on that makes it so once he cages somebody, the next time he kicks a gen, it gets progress taken off. The problem with this is, again, the give and take that you're supposed to have with the cages. The advantage you have is it's faster, it avoids saves, and it eliminates all unhooking perks. The downside is that you get no hook perks. That is the one downside, other than, obviously, it can send them really far away. But it also makes tunneling so much easier. So, like, it's a give and take. I really don't think he needs this base kit. Again, I think if it was an add-on of some kind, I would be fine with it, but to his base kit, I don't think this should be a thing. It also makes him a little bit more complicated and confusing, and it sets a weird precedent for other killers. What about Moris? Should Moris count? What about the final Mori on Pyramid Head? Should that count? What about Sadako Condemned? Should that count? Like, it opens up the floodgates to other things. The cages being as unique as they are is part of why I like that. We're updating pricing of new members experience. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not reviewing that. Thank you, YouTube. We need a second chapter for Silent Hill. So I'm actually going to bring this up because Darth actually says pretty much the same thing. As happy as I am to see Hinako in the Fog, Silent Hill F should have been its own chapter and not dedicated to cosmetic status. It's like a huge missed opportunity. So I am indifferent to this, mostly because the Silent Hill chapter for Dead by Daylight was like the perfect collab chapter. Because again, the map representing the first game, the killer representing the second game, and Cheryl representing the third game. The thing with Silent Hill F is that while I do think it is a great game, there are a lot of problems it has, and it has not built it hasn't built that audience up yet. And I do think it's a missed opportunity definitely in the future, but at the same time, I kind of think Silent Hill is perfect with how it was implemented into Dead by Daylight, as far as what was brought in. And Cheryl / James / Maria / blah, 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 like all the Silent Hill characters just being skins for Cheryl, I think kind of works in its favor. That's just a me thing. I understand a lot of people want another Silent Hill chapter, and I think it could get one. But again, we've already have the first game represented, the second game represented, and the third. That just leaves F, The Room, I missed one. Downpour. Oh my god, there's so many Silent Hill games. But that does leave a lot of the other games, but they're also not as well liked, enjoyed. They don't really have as big of an audience as the others. Hell, Silent Hill F and Silent Hill, and debatably Silent Hill The Room, aren't even technically Silent Hill games. They were made into Silent Hill games after the fact, from what we understand. So it's a give and take there. So a lot of people would be kind of confused there. On top of that, I don't even know who the fucking killer would be from Silent Hill F. That's the other problem Silent Hill kind of has as a franchise. Pyramid Head's kind of the guy for the killer role. But it would have been cool to see Hinako as a survivor for sure. But I think her as a skin works just fine, at least in my opinion. As for Pyramid Head, if he got an update to his kit, let him have a teleport. No. Like I said earlier about the dash, which I know was a joke, no. If Pyramid Head had map mobility, I can promise you, because of how his cage mechanic works, he would be one of the best killers in the entire game. Bar none. The thing that holds him back is the fact that people can hold W against him because he doesn't have a dash or a teleport. If he had some form of map traversal, this killer would be insanely powerful. On top of that, I like I said earlier, it's just homogenization. We're just homogenizing all the killers. Every killer has to have a teleport. Every killer has to have an anti-dash. Every killer has to have an anti-loop. Every killer has to have a dash. And I think we need to stray away from that just a tiny bit. I don't think killers are becoming like too stale, in my opinion. But I do think going back and adding certain things to killers like teleports and like dashes has the knock-on effect of, while you are modernizing them, you are also homogenizing them. And every killer has to play in a similar kind of way outside of very macro choices. And I'm just not for that personally. Behavior nerfing his cake was unwarranted. Made the game worse. It was an omen of similar patterns to come. He used to have a bakery, man. A beautiful, beautiful bakery. Yeah, have the devs... I've never looked into, like, I almost said politics. But I've never looked into, like, the behind the scenes of this. Did they ever make a statement about it? That sounds hilarious if they did. I don't know if they said anything about it. I just know people noticed it, especially on the corrupted skin. I don't know, man. There's probably a reason they did it. This isn't me defending them. Again, I don't know the inner workings. They just said they didn't. If it was the case, though, my best guess would be it was a licensing problem. So that's all I can say for that. Or it was just a model mess up, one of the two. I mean, I would love if they reference it somehow in his skin. That would be actually kind of funny. Volcano take. The original trilogy should be on Steam. I don't want to install sketchy third-party software, and I don't want to LARP Silent Hill either. Okay, first off, I hate that word. Everyone knows I hate that word. Second off, yeah, no, it should. I don't know why the original trilogy isn't on Steam. It's weird. I'm the same way. A bunch of people have been trying to get me to play Gears of War. There's like a fan-made server for like Gears of War 2 and 3 on PC, and I refuse to download anything that's like third party like that. Not because maybe that's just because of how I was raised on the internet, but I just don't trust it, and I never will, unfortunately. But no, that should definitely be a thing. Maybe it's just me, but his power's tank controls feel kind of weird and bad and overall sluggish in a way I've never been able to get used to, and it's probably the biggest factor as to why I personally don't play him all that often. So, the tank controls... I know I joke about this where, oh, it's because the games had tank controls. No, I think the tank controls were... genuinely just the best way they could have made it work. The problem with having him spin on a dime is the trail mechanic, I think, is why you can't have him be as mobile as normal. And if the tank controls are what stops you from playing him, that's completely understandable. It does take a while to get used to, but once you do, it's really not that big of a deal. But again, if you don't feel like getting over that hurdle, I completely understand. But no, I think that is a big factor as to why a lot of people don't play him. It's not just because he's hard. It's not just because of the build variety. I do think he feels surprisingly clunky to play until you play him for a while, and then he doesn't feel clunky. I mean, there's some maneuvers I was doing. Maneuvers. There was some things you can start doing with him once you get used to how the controls work. That kind of throw people off guard. So I get this. I completely get this. I don't want them to update it, though. I think it's fine where it is, and that's a muscle memory thing for me, personally, at this point. And it's kind of a hard thing to fully change. There's also, like, a debate on whether or not it should be an optional thing. Like, if they make it omnidirectional movement, if, like, that should then just be an option in, like, accessibility settings. But then why would anyone ever not use the omnidirectional movement? So what's the point of it being an option? And then, yeah, but this has a lot of like other things that can go into, but no, I got you. According to a leaker, in the next 2v8 iteration, Pyramid Head will receive a 30% width buff for his Punishment of the Damned, which I think pretty much takes away his skill expression. Says Black Strap, 25% increase of width. Makes his shots hit nearly every time, as long as you have a general idea of where a survivor is. 2v8 Pyramid Head having a 12-meter range plus 30% width is overkill and kind of disappointing. And I and a few other Pyramid Head players wanted his music box, increasing the punishment to be base kit for 2v8. So, okay. Here's the thing with this. I don't think this is going to matter. The problem Pyramid Head has in 2v8, in my opinion, wasn't even the fact that he can't land shots or that he's punished too much for missing. The problem with Pyramid Head in 2v8 is that he doesn't really do anything that no one else can do, and he doesn't provide anything for his teammate. If this leak is to be believed, I'm actually fine with them adding the 30%. Yes, it does get rid of skill expression, but at the same time, have you seen the fucking loops in 2v8s? Have you seen the loops in 2v8s? The problem, again, is because, like, Pyramid Head has the cage mechanic, but it doesn't do anything in 2v8. There's no reason for it to exist. It saves you from flashlight saves and pallet saves, but that barely happens in 2v8 anyways. And your teammate can't use them, so it doesn't even matter. So, like, I think Pyramid Head needs a lot more than just a width increase. It's just, like... And on top of that, like Marmy's saying in chat right now, skill expression doesn't really matter in 2v8 that much, at least in my opinion, even on the killer side. Like, I think that him getting the increased range and the width is just there to make him, again, just to make him more easy to play. Which I get some people don't like, but how 2v8 is, I think it's fine. The Apexian, who comments on a lot of videos, actually. Half of Pyramid Head's power, just negating survivor perks, feels a little lackluster, and the cage should do something more. So normally I was going to read these, live, but I wanted some clarification on this one, so I did ask them to what they think they should do. Not exactly Pyramid Head expert or anything, far from it, but at the most basic level, I think the spawns could be improved to spawn in a corner of the map without any players, sort of like Pinhead's box. I do agree with this to an extent. The problem with this one, in my opinion, is that I know how the spawns work, so I don't mind how they work. Like, genuinely. On top of that, the spawns, like, they're supposed to get unhooked. Like, they're not, it's not like Pinhead's box where the survivors, you're supposed to stop the survivors from doing it. The uncage, you're not really, like, defending the cage. It has an entire mechanic, so you can't defend the cage. So, like, I think the spawns are fine. The fact that it spawns as far away from you and where you cage them as it possibly can, I think is again, the give and take. And once you learn that, you know when to cage and when not to. There's been a couple matches, there's been a lot of matches where I won't cage somebody because it's going to send them to the other side of the map. Instead, I just hook them. Now the other survivors have to run all the way over there to get them. So, like, it's a give and take. That's what it's supposed to be, I feel. Making it just the corners also has a problem with some maps, because two-story maps also work differently with the cage logic. So, like, again, like, I don't hate this idea in concept. I feel like there's a lot to this where it's fine. I think it's genuinely fine. Secondly, at most basic levels, I think it'd be neat if maybe the cage's auras flickered to make finding them more important for survivors, or maybe the cage timer could slightly be shorter than a normal hook. The idea of making the cage timer shorter than a normal hook. My only issue with this, because I actually I don't mind this idea. Making the cage timer shorter actually it's kind of a funny thing, because making them feel different from normal hooks, and the fact that, like we've all mentioned in like 4 of these, the cages tend to spawn closer to the survivors anyways, if the survivor is doing their job correctly, means that having less time makes sense. However, my only problem with this is consistency. That is my only problem with this. If you get someone who's never played against Pyramid Head, I'm not talking just new players, just players in general, who's never played against Pyramid Head, doesn't read the wiki, blah, 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 doesn't know all these things, where are they supposed to know that the cage time is shorter than a normal time other than someone just telling them? That would be my issue. And it's not like a perk where they can read it. You can't, there's no numbers on the bios in game, and that's probably a problem with the bios in game, but there's only but so much information you can give. The way some people talk about, like, explaining killers to, like, to players is, like, whenever you go to their bio for their power, it should just give you an entire Wikipedia article of everything, every stat on it, which, no, I don't think it should. Now you're overwhelming people, and they're not even going to read it. That's besides the points. But I don't hate this idea. I don't. Honestly, the only thing I have against it is just consistency's sake. But that's a neat idea. As far as the auras flickering, I don't know what you mean by that exactly. Like the aura goes away a little bit every now and again. I don't like that at all. That leads to a lot of solo queue problems. I am blind to his lore, I'll admit, but I think it'd be really cool that after sending a player to a cage, his ability to refund was refunded by some amount, maybe 50 to 75%. It could be Pyramid Head harvesting the torment or something, but generally I think it would reward for P-Head for sending people to cages without making him busted or something. I mean, I don't mind that. You send someone to a cage and you get, like, your full torment trail back. That's fine. My My only counter to this is we have add-ons for recharge, add-ons that give you 5 more seconds, and Rust-Colored Egg gives you 30% for landing in M2. So, like, I think this is already covered. But, I mean, I wouldn't hate it. The problem with this is it would make those add-ons kind of irrelevant. So, As far as, like, the cages feeling lackluster, I really don't think they do. Again, apart from the new Angel Killer coming out, he is still the only killer in the game with a unique hook mechanic. He is the only killer that can avoid all unhooking and hooking perks. The only one. And I think that alone... like, makes the cages not lackluster, in my opinion. Again, you're avoiding saves, you're avoiding DS, you're avoiding Dead Hard, Will Make It, Resurgence. Anything that requires a hook, you are avoiding. On both sides, mind you, but still. So I think that makes up for it. The fact that when I'm playing Pyramid Head, I am often not even thinking about Decisive Strike or Dead Hard. To the point to where I have waited out Decisive Strike on people because I forgot I caged them. Because it's just a habit from every other killer. Or the fact that, like, survivors will run into me trying to aggressively use Decisive Strike and they forgot. Like, I think that is fine. Okay, Lynx. I read this earlier, and I wasn't sure how to take this. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to give my opinions on this. James is homophobic, and it would make sense for him to be so. He grew up in South Ashfield, supposedly, which is only a few hours' drive to Silent Hill, meaning he lived in Maine, and Silent Hill 2 takes place in the early 70s to 80s, possibly 90s. That's important because the first Pride Parade occurred in Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco around the 1970s. Nowhere by Maine, meaning that James could have been predisposed to homophobia at a young age due to Maine having a very high intolerance of LGBTQ. Even by the 1990s, Maine only experienced a shift in the hateful thinking around the early 2000s. Mind you, James is currently training to be an Olympic swimmer, so it is impossible for him to have changed his mind, and more open and be more open and supportive of LGBTQ rights by the 2000s because he's not there. And also, this also serves a narrative purpose as it shows James isn't all that great of a guy, despite being the most caring and loving husband there is. And it shows that even the nicest people can have glaring flaws in their character, which connects right back to Silent Hill's overreaching themes of regret and facing one's consequences. Therefore, this is why I believe James is homophobic. That's just an objective fact. It's not a hot take. You can't. I said hot takes, not facts. You can't. Why are you like this, Lance? Why? Just why? That's going in the video, by the way. If you're on YouTube right now, I know you just heard all of that fucking what was just said. Anyways. Silent Executioner in chat. I think that at the very end of his damned in a max range should be punishment, or should torment if it hits a max range. So I made that suggestion before. I don't think it's necessarily a hot take. It's just a way to buff him a bit. So, like, I don't know. And it also rewards longer range hits, which I think is definitely not rewarded well enough. But yeah. I mean, James killed his wife. Being homophobic would be such a... Why? James is an alcoholic wife murderer. Do you guys need more reasons to hate him? Also, okay, before we start. So... as we did with Pyramid Head, for Springtrap, we had this. Pyramid Head, we had this. We also had James. James is in here too. I would like to show the Skull Merchant fit. Now, we have a slight problem. Because me and my artists are stupid. We forgot. The overalls on Skull Merchant are green, which means my green screen is going to do this. Which means, hang on 1 second. Where are you? Oh, is this gonna work? No, my avatar's blue. Is this not gonna work either? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. No fucking way. No! No! Wait, man, I didn't think this through. Okay, alright, we have one more option. Hang on. Hang on. I have to make it magenta. That's my other option, Jeff. That gets rid of my eyes? Oh my god. Alright, hang on. There's yellow there. What color isn't being used in this? Purple? Fine, we'll make it purple. Or not? What about yellow? Is yellow fine? No, apparently yellow isn't fine either. Oh my god. Red won't work because of my eyes. Alright, what about this? This is like a light green. Will this work? How? How is that getting rid? How? In what world? I did not think this through. What if I do this? Hang on. What if I... It was worth a shot. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be honest. It was worth a shot. I can't do white because of the shirt. Shit. Oh wait, can I just make it transparent? Does that work? Hang on. What if I hide the filter? Does that work? Damn it! Hmm. I don't know what to do. Well, I think here's what we have to do, chat. Well, now my normal filter's not working. Great. Oh, that's why. Okay, so I think here's what we... Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay, alright, hang on. Look, I'm Ceratoped. I'm grayscale, chat. Okay. So, I think what I'm gonna have to do... Okay, I don't know what this one is, but I like it. So I think what we're gonna have to do I have to talk to my artist, and we gotta fix that. I did not think about it. Whoops. You know, I got that made like 2 weeks ago. I'm so happy. I've had time to fix it, and I did not. Oops. I was trying to fix my avatar, Mommy. So, alright, so here's the deal. The add-on videos are probably going to be a little while out. I think I made a mistake with Pyramid Head where we did the add-on videos, like, the first week I started playing him. Without me even, like, giving myself, like, a week or two to, like, get the hang of, like, normal Pyramid Head. And I think I want to give myself, like, ample time to just play the base killer to get through things. This is why we test things. Listen. No. Fuck it, we ball. We don't test anything. Fuck it, we ball, chat. You can fix it in post. No one cares. It's fine. So, I am playing the event. Mostly because Skull Merchant actually isn't that bad in the event, from what I hear. As far as, like, is there any, like, basic add-ons? Increases the time servers appear. As far as the call trap suffer 20% smaller skill checks. I guess, like, supercharge and... Fuck it, we ball. That's how you gotta handle life, chat. Ultrasonic speaker? Which one's that? This is gonna be funny because unlike Pyramid Head, I know jack shit about this. Increases the immunity. Okay. And as far as builds go, while I'm learning, again, we're just learning. I am not gonna bring like massive slowdown because I don't think that gets you to learn a killer. Oh, I can actually run Stabipple, chat. Let's fucking go. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna run... Do I want to do furtive? The Mexico filter. I forgot what it was called. It was like... What was the name of this filter? Hang on, let me see. Edit filter. This filter is called Hearth. Overbrine doesn't work anymore, Lynx, because of diminishing returns. It's one of the only gen effects that doesn't work because of diminishing returns. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just run this. Freeze at the time. Stun immunity. And I am a basic Skull Merchant, so we're going to go basic Skull Merchant. But we're going to have all of our charms. Shit. Oh, I forgot her other fucking things. Is it Game of Foot? No, I already have Game of Foot. What is Skull Merchant's third? Game of Leverage. Okay. Also, I do have the Twitch charm, but since I don't stream on Twitch, I'm not gonna. I really don't feel like it's necessary to put it on. It feels kind of dumb to put it on, to be fair. 4-second queues. Let's fucking go. There's a bunch you can mess around with. Well, I was trying to think of, like, add-ons that would, like, not help me, but, like, how do I want to explain? Not teach me to kill her, but ones that won't affect, like, how I play her if I don't have the add-ons. You know? I don't plan on going back to Twitch. No, I'm good. Now we have the leverage on the situation. I can't believe I have to talk to my artist and be like, hey, so about that thing you made. Yeah. I do have to play a Survivor match. You're so right. Play while you wait for 4 seconds. It doesn't even put me in the Survivor lobby. It's just like your match is ready. Ultrasonic is happening for me. I might take it off then. No. I will probably not learn Brazilian or Brazilian Portuguese while playing Skull Merchant. No. So, you know, I was thinking about this the other day with Skull Merchant. The devs said they're adding voice lines to the older survivors. So, like, Dwight, Meg, Jake, all of them. I do wonder if they're going to do that for the older killers as well. Because it is going to be weird hearing Evan McMillan talk. Oh, yeah, fun fact I learned about the event, too. So Scarlet Egg on Pyramid Head, I had to play a couple extra ones. Scarlet Egg on Pyramid Head, they still leave the trails when they're invisible, which is fucking hilarious. I got him with 2. Is that not getting him? I'm confused at how that works. Get him directly. Someone is definitely already setting up the bouquet, which is fine. Get that. That gives me undetectable for a second. What? Oh. I am royally fucked. You guys are about to see the worst Skull Merchant play of all time. Just gonna leave. Dud. Well, I think you were trying to vault there, Mr. Shane. Rapper shouldn't talk, neither should Hillbilly, but I have a feeling they're gonna do it anyways. Where is he? All the way over there. Okay. I'm gonna put one here. I don't think I'm gonna reach him. I meant to swap. He isn't broken. I don't know if anyone had a flashlight. I was not paying any attention to that. I can see Skull Merchant having voice lines. I'm actually surprised she didn't get voice lines, because Larry was right after her and she got them. Or he got them. So it's definitely, like, not unheard of to do it. I am realizing the problem with Stabiffle and Save the Best for Last. I will say one good thing about Scully. she is quiet as shit. Changing the lights. I think I'm just gonna leave him. Can't I? I could just put a drone on the table, can't I? Come on, fuck it. Also, Stabiffle with the poison sounds fucking ridiculous. That would be my obsession, who I did not notice. Do I think she's meant to be a stealth killer? No, I just think she can be. I think there's a massive difference. I'll get furtive from this. So I'm gonna switch to my obsession. Dessert starts. Also, Chad, don't expect me to be doing, like, good at all. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing good at all for a lot of these. 1, Skull Merchant. 2, no slowdown, so. Which I'm doing on purpose. I'm probably gonna swap out, friends. I think I need a more general aura perk. Maybe Phantom Fear. When you stun Trapper, he says fuck. I could just imagine Evan McMillan saying fuck. That would actually be kind of funny. Just, you know, Lynx, I hear that all the time, the, like, jack of all trades, master of none thing. Does anyone know the full saying for that, by the way? Because it's not jack of all trades, master of none. That's not the full saying. I don't know why people act like it is. I was kind of hoping he would stay. Okay. Yeah, I thought he would with Stabiffle. If I had another stack, maybe. They're just gonna run to the door. They have no reason not to. This will finally get me out of my terrible habit with Skull Merchant, though. Because I do have a bad habit of, forgetting how exactly the drones place, because I always think they should place where you are, not where you tap the button. But a master of one is better than a master of none. That's not the full saying. I'll look at the full saying just to make sure I got it right. What is the full saying? I forget. Jack of all trades, full saying. Yeah, it's a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. That's the full saying. Kicker of all gens, master of cheese. 3 gens in 30 seconds? No, it's pretty normal. I wasn't patrolling them very well. My chases were bad. I didn't have any slowdown. That was pretty much what's going to happen if you do that. Hmm. What do I want to run? I just want to run some basic. So we'll do brutal. I don't know if I want enduring or not. Probably not. Again, it happens all the time. If you're not running slowdown and you're not and your chases are going bad, yeah, 3 gens are gonna pop like that. I probably did say it during Springtrap because a lot of people said he was the jack of all trades as well. I'll just bring that way out. Why not? Fuck it. Because I feel like people said the same thing about Springtrap. Also, I can almost promise you guys, Stabiffle is never leaving my build on Skull Merchant. These entire 100 hours, I can almost promise you, I am going to find an excuse to use Stabiffle as much as possible. This is the first killer I have played in, like, 3 years that can use one of, if not my favorite perk in the game, without having to, like, detriment herself to use it. Yeah, force slowdown is also bad. Yeah, no info and whatnot. When I say basic, I mean something that, like, I'm not going to become reliant on these, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to become reliant on lethal any more than I already am, or Stabiffle any more than I already am. Brutal's not really going to do too much because I don't have a dash, and No Way Out is just to make the in-game last longer so I can play a little bit more. That's really all we're doing. Adapt plus Stabiffle. Let's go! If you enjoy more macro-based killers, she's definitely up your alley, I would assume. Again, I don't have that much time on Skull Merchant. I have 5 hours currently, and that's over the span of, like, since her release. So, take that for what you will. It will be interesting because I'm curious if it's going to end up like Pyramid Head did, where the first, like, 10 hours, I couldn't land an M2 to save my life. So I'm curious if, over the course of this, I'm actually going to have, like, a noticeable progressive change in my skill. They didn't lie. They just misunderstood what they were saying. That's not a lie. They said he was going to be similar to Dracula in the sense that he swaps forms. And he doesn't swap forms, but he kind of does. With the whole, like, when he has the axe, he's 110. When he doesn't, he's 115. That's what they meant. Again, that's not a lie. That's just... I wouldn't even say it's stretching the truth. That's just, like, saying the wrong thing. But in a way that, like, you believe. Like, yeah. Oh, dear God. Okay. Oh, this door is just open? Well, that fucking sucks. Alright. That's not lying. That's just saying the wrong thing. And I found my obsession first. Let's fucking go! I should have turned it there. I do have 100 gold. Drop that. Wondering if you got worse? Probably not. Don't take it too much to heart. And sometimes we all have our bad days. Champion of Light. Everyone's running it. Nope, not this Leon. Okay. Interesting what? Don't attribute malice to what can be explained by incompetence. And again, it's not even just that. Also a reminder that most of the devs at Dead by Daylight don't speak English as their first language. That was a ambitious throw. I don't even... Can you even really use your fucking drones on Gideons? Okay, I guess you can. Not what I wanted. I'm shocked Leon did not go for that save right there. That was weird. You can swap lethal and use expired and batteries instead. I could. Again, I want to try not to be too reliant on shit just yet. Is he really about to do what I think he's about to do? Really, my guy? Way to waste two of the best pallets on the map, my guy. Alright, Leon. I didn't understand your game at first. At Disillusion as an add-on, and then they made it base kit. Yes. Someone went right. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I feel like the Geralt's trying to get my attention, but he's just not. It is not working out for him. At this point, I am more so... I was kind of shocked she did that way, but alright, that works. I could put Surge is actually not a bad idea. I could put Surge on. Doesn't affect things too much. I could maybe swap that for Lethal, maybe. He does have to stop moving at some point. God, I love Stabiffle. Have I mentioned how much I fucking love Stabiffle, chat? I'm sure I have. God, I love this fucking perk. No, so the thing with the Pyramid Head as an animal, that was very, that was like, that was a running joke that just happens, right? Dead Hard? Geralt has Dead Hard? That was kind of just a running thing that just happens. So, I don't want to, like, force it. So, like, if we get another running joke or something, we'll see. Again, Stabiffle is probably my favorite perk in the entire fucking game. Hang on, it doesn't matter. That was just... I don't even know what this match was, man. Marmot Skull Merchants. Stabiffle tip of the day. And on today's Stabiffle tip of the day. Just remember that Geralt had Dead Hard. I need to remember that. Hi, Geralt. Why did the drone show up? I forgot that's a bug. That match should not have gone as good as it did. What are you Fong? Open wide throttle on Fong. It's a good thing I was breaking every fucking point. Drama, Deja, Ghost Notes, Urban. Why would you have Ghost Notes and nothing to... Oh, Dramaturgy. Okay, fair enough. What means this title? So we're swapping from Pyramid Head to Skull Merchant for 100 hours. We finished the 100 hours on Pyramid Head. Which is actually a lie, I should mention. So I checked yesterday... and I did my math wrong. We're actually at 99.4 hours. I went ahead yesterday and played a few matches. This should finish us off. I'm so sorry that I did my math wrong, because Behavior takes 2 days to update their stats page. Going from Singularity to Skull Merchant is a pain. A character that basically has infinite build variety, the one that can't use every perk, makes build creation somewhat annoying. Which one of... They're both M1 killers. They can use every perk. There's not really a single perk I can think of that neither of these two can't use together. I just thought it was funny. I was at a VC last night we were talking about it. I was like, fuck, I missed 0.6 hours. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I could put on Surge. Back in my day, it was called Jolt. Oh, also, I P9'd every killer. I finished it. The 5 million that Behavior gave out a couple days ago. Let me finish Jason. So we're done. I P9'd every killer. We did it! I don't know what this means for me, but we did it! Is Larry bad in indoor maps? Depends on the indoor map, but for the most part, yes. He's really bad on Leary's. He's actually pretty okay on Midwich. I know some Larry mains would disagree with that statement, but I've heard others say he's fine on Midwich. And the big reason why is because you can camera the stairs. So, like... Now survivors. Dear God, no. No. Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't put myself through that again. Come on, man. There are some survivors I don't even have P1'd. Come on, man. I don't know where I'm going to put the blood points at this point. Also, I'm just saying this now. Shane Wigwas, if I'm saying that name wrong, by the way, someone please correct me. I'm pretty sure it's Wigwas, right? I know it's a double I and a double A, but it's like a long I, so it's like Wigwas. I could be wrong. Either way, Shane. He is technically speaking, because he is a lawyer, he is Shane Esquire. Just putting that out there. 100 hours of Quentin. Oh, hold up. Did I get my dailies done? Oh, I didn't damage 5 gens. Fuck. So, here's how. I will show you, because it's something Behavior doesn't advertise much anymore. Because of this. That's why. So, during the anniversary, and I don't know why Behavior doesn't tell people this anymore. I'm hiding it. Hang on. So, during the anniversary, Behavior, I don't know why they don't tell people this anymore. The Shrine of Secrets resets every day during the anniversary. It resets every day. So when I started playing the game, I started playing during the anniversary that Nemesis came out. And I was just able to buy all the level 1 perks for all of the original survivors. Because they just kept rotating in and out. Yeah, fun fact about this, by the way. Yeah, during the anniversary, the shrine resets every single day. So if you're missing something, a perk for a character you don't own, keep an eye out every day on this. You never know. And it's cheaper. It's like 500 orc cells cheaper. Hello. Yeah. You make me shudder in repulsion. No, I can prove it. Yeah. What? I did not mean to lock that. Whoops. I can prove it. Look, if I go to V... Actually, I won't even go to V. I'll go to... Yeah, I'll go to Meg, because I don't have anything on Meg. Yeah, see? I have every perk on Meg P1s, including botany knowledge, including the stuff from Claudette Meg, Prove Thyself, all that stuff. Yeah, if I go to Prove Thyself. Yeah, Prove Thyself. There's no reason to. There is literally no reason for me to P3 my survivors. There is none. I have every perk unlocked on the one survivor I play. And even if I wanted to be like, oh, I want to put points in his arena and finish unlocking her. Okay. Well, what perks am I missing on Zarina? 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, that'll take 6 times 12 levels. Who cares? There is literally no reason for me to put any points into any other survivor other than fucking V right now. And just a P1 every survivor that comes out. There's no reason. Especially now that they don't have the stupid challenges where you have to play as a specific survivor. I don't know where I'm going to spend all my fucking points. I think at the moment I'm going to try to get as many cakes on Skull Merchant as I can, so we can make sure we have those for once the event's over. I've got every killer P9 at the very least, and one killer P100. Supposedly, Behavior is adding a thing to Prestige 10. If they do that, then I'll have to start doing that to every killer. But prestiging every killer once doesn't sound that bad, in all honesty. On the bright side, we're not going to run out of any fucking cakes on fucking Skull Merchant anytime soon. I could P100 other characters. It's just none I really want to. It's not right now. I don't think the rewards are worth it, and I have plenty of add-ons for all the other characters. The whole point of P9ing them all. P100 Judgment. Maybe. But I want to. You want to. Go for it. Hunter, Chef, Merchant, Yui, Legion are all P100 with Krisu, Pigs, Arena, and Jason in the 20s. That's good. Never seen such a quick response. Must have happened line up with the punishment today. Well, yeah, sometimes. Almost every report I send out does get action taken. It just usually takes a week or two. Even though Art the Clown, I'm not really a big fan of Terrified movies, so I probably won't, to be honest. We'll see how he plays. P100 and Hinako? She's gonna be a separate character. This is P100 and Shitload. I could P100D, I guess. Maybe. I am gonna spend some points on D so I have cakes for her too. I haven't checked. Does V still have her tongue sticking out in her portrait for the P100? I haven't checked in a while. Also, P100 portrait for Baymar. If any Dead by Daylight devs are listening, P100 portrait for Baymar. He deserves it. The troop should have 2 separate P100 portraits. One for Astri and one for Baymar. At the very least, they should have both of them in the fucking portrait. It does. It does take a long time. That's funny that she still does. I don't understand why she's the only one. It's so fucking funny to me. It's so funny to me. It's just the only one. Guys, I think I accidentally killed Dead by Daylight. Okay. Hi, Meg. Legion should have one for each. Yes! And Twin should have Victor in theirs. I don't, like, it's so, like, there were so many missed opportunities with it. No, I think it's just one of them. Why do I have P100 Chucky? Because I used to be a Chucky man, Marmy. I can show that real quick. Because I have 120 hours on Chucky. Because I used to be a Chucky man. That's why. There's a video on the channel somewhere of me getting P100 because I remember it. It was during, I think, the second 2v8. It was either the second or the first. And I was like off by like 5,000 BP. So I just hopped into a 2v8 game and just did a fucking totem and died. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, it's because I was playing Chucky over the course of like 2 years. Not 7 months. Was that life? I think it was life. I should have put that on the other side of the loop, not this side. My invisibility real quick. I'm gonna stop chasing him. I can't see scratch marks like at all. Did she take the invisibility? What the fuck? Okay. Who's Laura? Okay. That is a trash drone anyways. Thank you. Put him down here. I did not watch the Spider Noir show yet, no. I've really been watching much TV lately, honestly. He's gonna go invisible again. Dude, bro doesn't never goes. Oh, I thought he would double. There's a new bug with Skull Merchant. What's the bug? was actually kind of scared of it. I was expecting the flashlights to come through. There's Meg over there. I do still have a poison. Is he still over here? Okay, is he? He does have life. He healed, so it doesn't matter. Okay, he gets injured. 5% haste. Bro is so committed to that. He was so committed to that. Wow, that did not take me that far at all, did it? Damn. I'm gonna get most of the full value of this match, it's fine. What? What did she eat right when she... Okay, you know... As a blind person... As a blind person, I cannot deal with the fucking... the invisibility. Like, this is fucking... Did you get hit with it? How? Okay, sure again. Whatever you want, game. Fine by me. Grab her quite well because she doesn't get blood loss often. That is true too, yeah. This one, make her run that way. She's still broken. I can't believe she didn't take that. And she got... Okay, alright. Oh boy. Engine left. You have to start putting some drones down. Get one over there. I'm probably going to put one on the other side of Shack. I know this one was really far along. Move that one there. Okay. He walks right into my thing. I don't know who I hit, but it gave me haste. You think Laura has decisive strike, chat? Okay. I had to pick up, or I'm just gonna worry Laura, because she probably is decisive. How did they fuck that up so hard? How did they fuck that up so hard? I had to back up so I don't get Also, best guess, I think Meg used dramaturgy is what happened, and she got the exposed effect. I had to wait for Meg to hit second stage. Yeah, you can also see someone when they have the fork cloud on them when they're invisible. Okay, Steve bot died. That's good. That means I can just camp Laura till what's her face dies. Yeah. How did Skull Merchant do on How did Skull Merchant do on getting blood points, by the way? I'm genuinely kind of curious about that. Where are you, Meg? Why did I one-shot her? Oh! Did she get in? Did I double tap her on accident and I didn't even notice? Oh! 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 Now I remember. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Is that what happened? There's no way! Hang on. Alright, Bob, roll the clip back. No, I can see my chat. I don't need my chat. There's no way that's what happened, right? It's Streamception, chat. Let me is that what happens? Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't double tap her. I just didn't realize she got claw trapped. Oh. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That's the sad thing about the event mode, though, I will say, is that I'm winning. Like, here's the thing. Like, if I... So, like, look, okay, so we won that one. We won the one before. Didn't win this one. I didn't win this one. I won this one. Didn't win this one. Won. Didn't win. Didn't win. Won. 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 Didn't win. Like, I'm winning most of my matches still. The problem is just the invisibility, mostly for me. Honestly, is it weird that the one I don't mind playing against is the invincibility one? Because I can just wait. The invisibility one fucks with me because because I'm blind as a bat already. And the haste one is just it's just haste, man. It's really bad. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. And honestly, I don't have a problem with the busted shit on Survivor's side. Yeah, you can have invisibility when you can have invisibility for anything. Pallet saves, flashlight saves, sprint burst, life. I don't mind the survivors having bullshit like they do. It's just like the killers also have bullshit, but it's not fun bullshit. And it's not nearly to the same degree. And the reason why most people are still winning a lot of their killer games in this mode, by the way, is because the survivors are wasting so much time going for the cakes and such. They're not doing gens super fast. That's why that one match on Yamaoka's, those gens just flew. It's because they weren't even going for the cakes. They didn't care. Again, I don't mind. The invincibility one is probably the one I don't mind, or I mind the least. And I don't mind the haste one that much either, because at least the killer gets haste when it hooks somebody. But survivors getting canned sprint burst is so stupid. And it doesn't exhaust them. It doesn't exhaust them either. It's just canned sprint burst without the exhaustion. It's non-GMO sprint burst in a can. I think something that would have been cool that they could have done with the poison. I was talking to somebody about this last night. What if when you poisoned the dinners and stuff, or the meals and such, it reverses the effects. Instead of just slowing them down, it reverses the effect. So like for the haste one, if they eat a poisoned plate, instead of getting haste, they get hindered. Instead of getting invisibility, they get their aura shown. Instead of getting invincibility, they get exposed. Like, what if you did that? And for the table, if the killer, like, poisons a plate on the table, it should just remove the fucking plate. Like, that would have been, like, that's not even that much big of a change, and I feel like that would have been vastly more interesting. Yeah, deep wound counters it because it counts as a health state. That also counters adrenaline, by the way. If a survivor has deep wound, when they have adrenaline, it will recover the deep wound instead of healing them. Hi, Naya. gonna put Kate. Get her to drop this early. Oh, she didn't drop it, yo. Yo, she didn't drop it, though. I'm gonna leave. I do want to put it in this middle fields. She's gonna run. I'm surprised she took that. Make her knee real quick. Get that. It's the ripple off of that. We're gonna break this. Undetectable off of that. Put the drone down. Nancy's the one I don't want. Go right to Shack. Can I? Oh, she did almost run into me, by the way. I just didn't expect her to go through the fucking front door, because who does that? Okay, Kate's still injured. There's a negative global effect. That could also be a thing. I'm gonna put that there for that pallet. Someone's over here. Is that object of obsession? The fact that she almost made that still is fucking nuts. Bet she's gonna try to do that. Could you imagine if I got the double tap there? Okay, Joel hits both of those. Get her down over here. I see Neil right there. I think that's the one that was broken with the claw trap, too. I'm gonna do this, because that one's gone anyways. Go for the save. Put the drone on the table. Hit the deep wound in case she has fucking... in case she has dead hard, I guess. That was on purpose, chat. I did that on purpose. 100%. Give the poison cloud the broken effect so killers can counter being killed mid... that's an idea. I don't hate that either. was gonna say, you seem like somebody who has dead hard, Nancy. Jolt has hit that gym so many times at this point. A morsel. Okay, 2 of them have dead hard. Good to know. I like how even with... Even with me playing Pyramid Head for as long as I have been... Decisive strike? No. Did she really think I wasn't gonna wait that out? I don't even know where the fuck she went. She really was just like, nah, there's no way he waits that out. Also, I just realized how dumb Skull Merchant might actually be with this fucking buff. Is she done? Well, it's good to know. It's good to know some things never change, chat. It's good to know some things never change. Jesus Christ. See, that's a habit I have to, so, like, this is why I do this. So, in my mind, I'm like, if I press the button now, it'll deploy where I'm walking, not where I was when I pressed the button. I don't know why my brain does that, and I really wish I had a way to, like, fix that. Because I'm like, oh, I want to put it on this table. I'll keep walking forward and place it here, but no, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Remote hooking is definitely my favorite mechanic. Ah, she did have decisive. You know, what would have been the smarter play for this Nancy would have been to just let me down her, decisive, and then dead hard. I can't believe they just gave up. I can't believe they just gave up like that. Are you fucking serious, dude? I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot over the next 100 hours. Lynx, they did kind of just stop playing, to be fair. I feel like they had a very good opportunity to win. And I am just now making the realization how stupid the poison is on Skull Merchant. If you poison them at a loop, you can just fucking mark them and double tap them. We need to nerf pig. See, I don't like that we need to nerf pig jokes anymore. And the reason why... I know it's a running joke in the community and whatnot, but the thing is... where is it? There we go. Here's the thing. So this is 9.1. Buff, 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 buff. This is 8.6, buff. This is 7.6, buff, 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 nerf. This is 6.6, undocumented buff. Yeah, she's been basically nothing but buffed. Well, that's the thing. It's not even a matter of, like, they don't really nerf her. They've done nothing but buff her for, like, 3 years. Like, I don't understand. Make a counter for how many people give up against Skull Merchant. People or matches people give up? Because I think people would be too hard to determine. First time catching you live, love the killer interviews you used to post. Yeah, unfortunately, due to some falling outs and things like that, I can't really do them anymore, so... I'll win on Skull Merchant on Garden of Joy in the event! Let's fucking go! It's so stupid. You guys make my day. How long have these matches been? Because now I'm curious. Let's see, recent match history. 9 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. They're about all over the place. There was a character in League of Legends. I will pull up her rework video because I love this character. So there was a character in League of Legends called Aurelia. Aurelia was, when she released, she was nerfed into the fucking ground because of how good she was. And then they nerfed her again. And then they nerfed her again. And then they nerfed her, I think it was 5 times in a row. They nerfed her. So the joke became Better Nerf Aurelia. And it was League of Legends version of Better Nerf Pig. Then they reworked her, and the same thing happens.
There is beauty and tradition in the dance. Grace in every step. Power in every turn.
Also, this character design is fucking peak, by the way.
Our dance is an honor to perform. And the last thing our enemies will ever see.
So fun fact about this, and this is gonna sound really familiar for Dead by Daylight players. So when this released, this was her ultimate. So what it does is it hits any target, and anyone who's hit by it, you'll see the little symbol. Hang on, right there. You see that symbol there? That was a new status effect called Disarm. What Disarm did was it didn't make it so your attacks missed. You were not allowed to auto attack. Does that sound a little familiar to something? It was promptly removed about 2 months after her release. That little spinning thing there, it gives her damage reduction, and all the damage she takes, she converts into damage she does back. It used to be about, I think it was 90% damage reduction. Yeah, that shit got nerfed almost immediately. That's a dash that resets on kill, and also marks a or on a target that's marked. that was a two-way skill shot where she sets one up here, and they attach in a line. Anyone who's hitting the line gets marked, which means she can use her dash to damage you, and then it resets her dash, and then she can damage you again. It also stuns you, by the way. God, this character was so good when she came out. No, I was thinking more like incapacitated. A status effect that was introduced into the game and became too much of a problem, so they silently removed it from every source that causes it. Except for one, because Huntress is... Because, I don't know. We had to give Huntress something, I guess. Is it this one? Is the weighted? Yeah, it's the weighted head. Yeah, because for some reason, this... I don't know. I don't know why they never removed it from weighted head. That's how Black Panther works in Marvel Rivals. Exactly. It's almost like it's not a really unique idea, even though people will say it is. Oh, man. I remember when she first released the fucking disarm, man. Like, that doesn't sound like that big of a deal. But, like, every character auto-attacks in that game at some point. If your stuff's on cooldown, and she hits you with disarm, you literally can't do anything. Yeah, and then the stun on that mark thing where she sets up the two blades and it, like, lines up, it was changed to a slow, I think 2 months after her release from a stun. Because the idea of stunning a target to let her get a free dash onto them and then another dash to do damage sounds a bit much. And it's Doctor's entire power. Yeah, fair enough. To stop people from doing the jab to orbiting them, fair enough. That's actually that's a good point. Its other use case is making it so people with deep wound can't stop moving because you can't mend when they're intact. I feel like that wasn't intentional, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Overwatch has nerfed Genji. Rivals has nerfed Black Panther. I feel like every game has that one character where, like, the community just makes a joke that they get nerfed all the time. And to be fair, a lot of the times with those cases, the character kind of deserves the nerfs. Not saying Pig did, necessarily. But much like old Freddy, who was bad, he was terrorizing lobbies. Honestly, I think an add-on pass is more likely than a rework for her at this point. But at the same time, from what I've seen, I don't know what else they can do with her add-ons because I feel like they cover like all of the bases she needs them to cover from what I've seen. Again, we're not even on hour like 2, so maybe there's something I'm missing, but it looks like she has add-ons to cover like every base she could possibly need. Now the question is who gets buffs constantly? No one cares about that. That's positive, Lynx. Come on. You can only mention who gets buffs all the time if you're using it to contrast who gets nerfed all the time. Because then it's negative, and then it's something we can actually talk about. Oh god, no, it's invisibility. Fuck. My PDA won't save me now. I will say, she feels oddly... Meg, are you good? Some of the stuff with her does feel, like, oddly clunky. But I also think that's just inexperience on my end. You know what's probably not that bad during the event right now? Hubris. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, hubris probably isn't that bad in the event. That works for me. Dead hard? Is that dead hard? Oh, you just die now, Meg. You do know that, right? You just die now? That was a weird play on their part, all things considered. I will say one good thing about the event with Nostromo is that the main gen doesn't spawn, which is interesting. Speed of Fawn. I really don't want to chase her if I can help it. The Meg giving up? There's no fucking way she's giving up, right? Yeah, dead hard equals a priest of Ifilset. You're so right! I gotta look at the positives. I gotta stop thinking about the negatives. I do have a slight problem now. I don't know where anyone fucking is. What a dumbass portal placement. Chat, also, I definitely did not just mess up my buttons. It was not what happened. Oh, I forgot she had dead hard. Sable went over here. I don't have my poison because of course I fucking don't. Okay. See if I can get Fong out of this or not. Invincibility. Okay, I don't think it will. Nah, GG's. GG. I shouldn't have gone after Fong earlier. I should have just swapped targets. Probably should have this other thing too, just to get the possible haste. Good gambit on Fong, short of the burden on Meg. I shouldn't even get a chance to use it. Vigil Sprint Burst, Dead Hard. Yeah, I should have seen the Dead Hard coming on the Meg. That was also my fault. If I remembered she had Dead Hard, I think I would have been fine. I don't mind the poison as a survivor. This is mainly because Roblox ASIM taught me stamina management. The problem, Darth, the problem is that the killer doesn't have to manage stamina. That's the problem. If both sides had to manage stamina, it would be one thing. And that's why it works in those ASIM games on Roblox and such. But in Dead by Daylight, the killer doesn't have stamina at all. Not only is it endurance in an in-game, by the way, it was also a random chance of endurance in in-game. It's a 1 in 3 chance. That's the difference. In something like Bite by Night, both the killer and the survivor are managing their stamina. That's the difference. In DBD during the event, it's I hit you with poison. Did you manage your stamina? Well, I can't because the killer is inherently faster than me. No, I agree. I think it's dumb that the survivors can keep the morsels and the killer loses all the poison they had. It's really dumb. It does. And yes, whether the thing does still track invisible survivors. The problem is they have to be claw trapped, which is not something that always happens. I don't know, man. Also, killers really don't get that many blood points during this. Not because, like... Because there's not really anything that gives them blood points during this. It's not like during the blood gen, where, like, when you kicked a blood gen or, like, knocked over a crate, or a, or blood moon, when, like, you knocked over, when you kicked a blood gen, or when you knocked over a gas can, as seldom as it was, or hit a survivor who was holding one, you got bonus blood points. The killers really don't get any of that in this mode. You get, like, 200 for, like, poisoning something. That's about it. Who is V? You really think that was gonna fucking work, Ada? Shocked and appalled. Shocked and appalled. Shocked and appalled, Ada. That's stupid. Come on, Jill. Come on, give me more stupid. I need stupid stacks. Good shit. What the fuck? Where do you get the speed boost from? I can't believe that fucking worked. There's the window. I can't believe they didn't get like 2 gens done in that time. There again, there's a score event for poisoning. That's about the only one I'm aware of. I should have kicked it out as soon as I was what I should have done. I was trying to get the double tap. I'm trying to see if my theory works. I don't think it does. Unless they stay at a loop. So one, yeah, that's fine. He gets hit, that's good. It does tell me she's over here, though. Kept running this way. What are the scratch marks in? Does he have quick and quiet, or what's it called? Shit, dance with me? Does he have dance with me? I'm curious what he does here. What the fuck? Yes, yes, game. I wanted to poison the pallets. Because on one hand, you can tell a lot of effort was put into this event, but at the same time, it feels rushed. I don't think it was rushed at all. Like, I really don't think it was rushed. Nothing about this event feels rushed other than the balance. But even that, like, doesn't necessarily feel rushed to me. You got hit Ada? How? I feel like this is gonna be a lot like, I feel like this is gonna be a lot like Pyramid Head when people would randomly get tormented, and I'm just like, how the fuck? Hey, I keep trying to do cool shit. You won't let me do cool shit. I was kind of expecting Dead Hard, Ada, I'm not gonna lie. The way you were running that. Get the invisibility. See if V hopped back on this gen or not. Maybe. The funny thing about that, V. Funny thing about that, V. Someone's behind me. Put that there. Someone went for it. Or was that Deli? Or did someone go for it? She's still fighting. Yeah, the two scan lines I do miss. I can't believe she kept... It has to be Deli. No one else was there. So it's decisive, right? No. What the fuck was that, dude? What was the point of that? I'm gonna remove the one from over there. There's no gens on that side. The game would not let me open it. What the fuck? By the way, it has to be Dance With Me. Well then! GG's. Low power mode still has a point, actually. Yeah, it was Dance With Me. Dance With Me Poise Distortion. Wow, holy shit, dude. What did V have? Deliverance, Dance With Me, Life Finesse. Jesus. I don't want to do a rework concept. The last time I did a rework concept for Skull Merchant, I got told to kill myself. I'm done. I'm done doing rework concepts. That's why I don't do concept for killers in general. Low power mode is the one I'm thinking, right? Where is it? Yeah, low power mode does have a purpose. We tested this. You put it on a loop, like you're playing old Skull Merchant. And the survivors it means you don't have to micromanage the beam. It's always in one position. The survivors have to crouch when it's at that spot. So it's not like useless, but you know. It wasn't. It's just because that's why I was scared to do 100 hours of Skull Merchant in general. 1, 2, 3. Well, we did 6 matches tonight. That's why I was scared to do Skull Merchant in general. She's a decisive killer. Or divisive killer. It doesn't matter what kind of content you make on this killer. People will tell you to kill yourself. Its purpose isn't pointless. At least I don't think it is. I think it has a point. I'm not saying it's good, but it has a point. Again, it's not like Office Phone. I thought it was like Office Phone until I started testing it, and I'm like, you know what? No, I can see a purpose to this. I don't think she has an Office Phone add-on. Undetectable, drone rotation speed. It's still a point. Like, I mean, I can sit here and say, like, on Pyramid Head, like, fucking, Lead Ring is kind of pointless. But, I mean, it still has a point. There's a purpose to using it. I don't think it's a good purpose, but it has a purpose. No, again, my idea to rework Skull Merchant has always been the same. MSPs. You're about to be blinded, chat. I'm warning you, you are going to be... Actually, you know what? No, I'll just do the podcast screen. Okay, yeah, so my idea for reworking Skull Merchant has always been the same. Skull Merchant spawns in. She got a little bedazzles. Okay. Skull Merchant spawns in, and on the map, there's drones already placed. Think like Sadako TVs. Like, there's drones pre-placed. And she pulls up her little PDA thing. We'll do blue for that, yeah. She pulls up her little PDA thing, you know? And then she tells the drone, like, she points at this one. And then she points, like, Skull Merchant, or not Skull Merchant, Houndmaster does, for Snug. And tells it where to go. And then it moves in that direction. Once it stops moving is when the lines spawn. While it's moving, anyone caught in its area of effect, Skull Merchant gets the little beep beep and then knows where they are. That way it encourages her to pre-place drones instead of just plopping them out. That's always been my idea to rework her. As far as how the drones work, that's up for debate. Maybe we go back to the double scan lines with that one. Fair enough. It might have died down by now, but I still see it. I don't know. Plus, I don't like doing rework videos or concept videos like that, because I'm not good at them. I try to make sure everything has a give and take, and try not to give, like, every killer, like, a teleport and a dash and an anti-loop. If I was to make a killer, it would literally probably just be Clown. Genuinely, it would probably just be Clown. Also, are there... When do the... 2 days? Jesus. Really? Oh, that sucks. Also, I love that I barely done the event mode, and it's been, like, not even a week, and I already have everything. God, Behavior made such a big mistake giving out 500 tokens. I'm sure some people are happy about it because it means they don't have to play the mode. But it does kind of suck because it means, like, I have nothing to earn in the mode now except the Trapper skin I'm never going to use And a Dwight skin I'm never gonna use. I don't play Twins, so I don't care about this one. I don't play Huntress, so I don't care about this one. And, I mean, I like Dredge. He's on the list for the next 100 hours, but, like, I don't really care. Like, I don't know. The Eating Crow is the best one. That's the best thing for the event, is this fucking, this charm. This is the best thing. A lot of people didn't like my Chucky concept one either. They said I gave survivors too much counterplay and didn't give Chucky enough strength to compensate, which was kind of the point. Hold up, let him cook. That is the best thing to come out of this event. Yeah, blood points, but that's the other thing. What the fuck do I have to spend blood points on anymore? I'm golden, pony boy. I got nothing to spend them on anymore. Literally, there is nothing left for me. I'm only spending blood points right now just to get cakes, but for what reason? I don't need the blood points from the cakes. Why do I care? It's just a cyclical thing that I don't get anything from. I lose. Good day, sir. I could spend them on future killers, but I'm gonna spend 3 million on them, and then just that's it. Just to get into P3. Same with survivors. I'm gonna spend 1 million on the new one, and then 100,000 on V, just to get the perks on V, and then I'm done. Like, I genuinely don't need blood points anymore. It's such a weird conundrum. How do you incentivize the person who has everything? Ah, shit, I can almost buy fucking Skull Merchant skins. Oh, I really love this one. I love the fucking masks for this one. I might just buy that. I might just wait till I get them all. I think it's cheaper when you get it all. Do I not own this whole outfit? Oh, I didn't buy the weapon. That's right. Yeah, I didn't buy the weapon. Okay. Yeah, no, I have nothing to spend blood points on. Like, what the fuck am I going to spend blood points on? What do you get for the girl who has everything? Exactly! Yeah, I could get him for V, I guess. But, like, cool. I don't play Survivor that much, so, like, I've got all the items I could ever need. And I've said this before in the past, that's the problem with using blood points as an incentive. I know not everyone's at the point I am, but, like, a decent amount of people are. So, like, blood point, we don't care, man. I could P100V, but what do I, like, I don't really want to. Like, I don't really care. Oh, yeah, let me check the, hang on. Oh my god, she does still have her fucking tongue sticking up for no reason. I didn't even check Shane's. Hang on, let me see Shane's. Who? I need to know who the artist behind the portraits is. Why the fuck did you guys give him such a chiseled chin? I'm not complaining, by the way. He looks so fucking, like... That is not what... Okay, you know what? Never mind. Shane actually does kind of look like that. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, Mr. Shane Esquire does kind of look like that. Never mind. I take back my statement. I mean, I could P100D, I guess. How many cakes do I have on that? 9? I mean, we're already at P7. Why not just keep going at this point? He looks like... I saw some people saying he kind of looks like John Redcorn. I don't know. I don't think John Redcorn had that hairstyle. I don't know. Is there a name for this hairstyle, chat? The like side buzz, like swipe. I am totally not a barber. Do not take my advice on hairstyle. Oh look, a brand new part. I mean, again, it needs some... I have nothing to strive for. Like, I've got the 100-hour series, right? But if I didn't have... Like, why do you think Otz does challenges so much? It's not just because of views. It's also because, like, what the fuck else is he supposed to do? How many BMPs do I have? Well, let's see, chat. Let's see how many BMPs I have. I have 5. I have 5 BMPs. So I can bring BMPs to 5 matches right now. Okay, alright, alright. I'll probably honestly spend most of the points on fucking just V and Skull Merchant. Just get the anniversary stuff, just get a fucking stockpile of it. Hey, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. He hasn't got any new skins, has he? None that I really care about. Nah, not really any I care about. I do hate that I missed the Christmas one, but I'll get it. I'll get it when Christmas shows back up next year, or in like 4 or 5 months. I can count. Me good at counting, chat. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's just like... I wish I had more to strive for in this game, and I just don't. That's why, like, I know they'll never add a ranked mode to Dead by Daylight, but that's why ranked modes work so well in so many games. It's because it's an external driver to keep playing the game. Who do I think the 11th anniversary killer will be? I have no fucking idea. I don't even know if it'll be licensed or not. Killers should get gold weapon skins on Call of Duty. So, I'm going to bring up a game, and there's a certain person who may or may not be in my chat who's going to like that I brought this game up. Smite. Smite had diamond skins. And I believe you got them... When I played, if I remember correctly, you got them for just playing the game. Like, they looked kind of bad, to be fair, but, like, for what the game was, it was really good. But yeah, you just got them for just playing the character a shit ton. I feel like behavior like needs to do more of that. Like, I'm fine with the P100 rewards that we do have, but like I also want shit for like playing the character, not just putting points into them. You know, we did that with 22. Was that a survivor bonus for the event? How? How? Are more people just playing killer right now all of a sudden? How the fuck is that even possible? Well, chat, I think for the first day of Skull Merchant, I think things went pretty well. This is going to be really weird going forward just because the event is going on, so I am kind of playing the mode. Mostly because I feel like if I play the normal mode, as frustrating as the event is, the normal mode right now is honestly more frustrating. I played a couple matches of the normal mode. It is almost, if not more frustrating. Because at least in the event mode, people fuck up. So, I'm probably going to keep playing the event. So that's going to make things a little weird. Like I said, we're probably not going to do the first add-on video until I'm done with the Pyramid Head video at the very least. And I still don't know fully how I'm going to tackle this. The problem with Skull Merchant's add-ons... How do I... So when I was doing Pyramid Head, right? It was easy to categorize his add-ons, right? Because it's like, okay, well, Lead Ring, Blackstrap, Wax Doll, those are all range-increasing add-ons that I can pretty much say the same thing about all of them. So I'll put all of those in one video. Aura Reading. Okay, we got Burning Man, we got Misty Day, and Spearhead. All of those basically do the same thing, just in different ways. I can just put those in one video. The books, like, they're the status effect ones. I can kind of put them in one video. Skull Merchant's a little bit more difficult because, like, how do I... Like, what the fuck am I going to talk about with, like, stereo remote mic? Do I combine that with, like, with ultrasonic speaker? Because they kind of both affect how the drones work? Like, I don't know. It did swap to Killer, Wither. It did swap to Killer. Killer had a 2 times blood point bonus, day 1 of the event. That's honestly where I'm struggling with her add-ons. And I could just talk about each one in one video at a time, but that would take forever, and some of these are not video-worthy. Like, again... Like, I can't make a whole video talking about fucking high-powered Floodlight. I could, but it'll be, like, a minute. So it's going to be very interesting on how I'm going to do that. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. I had someone make a list and try to categorize them, so we'll see if I can maybe use that. I don't know 100%. But chat, we are going to call it a night there. Again, it was a good first day. Technical issues aside with my PNG stuff. But as always, guys, I love y'all. I really do. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll keep playing the event, I guess. Getting better at Skull Merchant. I can already see myself getting better, even just after like six games. Not like too much better. I definitely have a lot to get better about with the micromanaging. That's going to be the hardest thing about it. Unlike Pyramid Head, I kind of can't just zone people to death. I kind of have to actually think about drone placements, when to go undetectable, when to recall a drone, scan lines in one way or the other. Yeah, no more animals. On the bright side, it does mean the streams will last a little longer, because I won't be trying to end them sooner. But, in any case, chat, I love you guys as always. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Have a good one.